Hey guys, what's up? It's Logan with another fashion related video. Today I'm super excited for this video because it's completely different than anything I've done on this channel before. I am just going to be talking about some cool, well basically let me just say the topic. So, got my phone because I have a bad memory. So today we're going to be talking about how to start a wardrobe from scratch, and specifically I don't know how else to title it, like a bougie wardrobe or like a, I don't know, elevated wardrobe from scratch, especially as a broke gal in your 20s, because relate, hello, I am Logan and I am in my 20s, and that is the era of, we will say, like the starving artist. I don't know. But yes, if you're looking for ways to buy clothes and you're living on a budget and you want to get really nice items, but it's hard to like figure out how to do that. I personally am struggling with that right now, and so I've just come up with my own little tips and tricks to score some really cute items and stuff that you actually like, and that fits your style portfolio, but for a budget, especially if you're not necessarily having a lot of money to spend on yourself at the moment, especially clothes, because all the adulting things are happening and it's taking more of your check than you want it to. And yeah, you just want to figure out how to start your own clothes, and let me get into it. So first things first, well, I had a wardrobe that I will say I maintained probably from like freshman year of high school until like my last, no, until like I would say about 6 months ago, and I just had a bunch of pieces in it that I had gotten over time, and I just felt like I kind of outgrew it, and most of it was a lot of it was thrifted clothing, because when I was in high school and stuff, that's how I used to find cute clothes to wear. I would go online shopping. I would go to like thrift stores and find items that were really unique, and I was able to find cute clothing that way. But part of that, I feel like that era of me wasn't me anymore. And so I wanted to restart because, like, some of it wasn't fitting. Some of it just felt like really childish, if that makes sense. Like, I just didn't feel like it was fitting the era that I'm in right now. And some of it was just, like, too old in terms of too, like, worn out to still be in rotation, because up until now I have not been really buying, I would say, bougie items, obviously, because I was a college student and a high school student. You don't really have that much money to spend on clothes anyway, so a lot of it was thrifted, and I decided that I was going to restart my wardrobe. I was like, I just want to reset, get back into like finding out my style, because I feel like your style resets every few years and you just don't know when it's going to happen, but it does. And so I was just like, I don't know where to start. Like, I don't know where to get clothes or what I should be budgeting for to get a nice wardrobe that would be like, I don't know, elevated or more adult. I don't know. Not that, I don't know, just basically coming into my adult era and dressing like that instead of still being like, like college freshman, high schooler. It's like, how do I come out of that era? And so these are my tips and tricks, and I'm literally doing it right now, because I can tell you right now, I do not have that many clothes in rotation. Like, I have to like really work to like make outfits look different, because I think the most I have right now is shirts that I've held on to, and most of them I kept because I was like, I'm just not gonna have anything to wear. And that was terrifying, because like like literally love fashion, so I was like, what am I gonna wear? And by the way, yes, I am really shaking my arms a lot because this top is giving. It is so cute. It's like the sleeves. So yes, I'm being super extra with my arms right now. I apologize, but I was just like, what am I gonna do? So let's get into it. Okay, I'm just gonna sit my arm on this, not to show off the sleeve. No, that's not my motivation at all. Oh, but anyway, so basically, the way that that I recommend allotting your budget towards like getting a new wardrobe and setting it up to get more high quality items that are gonna last you a really long time and that also fit your personal style is I would have a tier system where at the top, like, is a more expensive items that you're willing to spend a lot of money on, but that you plan on using as like investments, like items that you plan on having for a really long time that you're cool with spending more money on because you want to keep them for a really long time. And the more wear and tear that they have, the higher quality is, the longer it will last you. So in this tier, what I would consider more expensive items that I'd be willing to spend more money on would be coats, shoes, bags, belts, and jewelry. So, number one reason why suggest spending more money on coats is because those are things that you're going to have for a really long time. They need to be good for weather, cuz like if you live in a colder climate, you need something that can actually keep you warm. And a lot of coats are super cute, but they're also not going to really keep you that warm. And as a person, I love fashion, but I am not freezing for fashion. And okay, I lie. Sometimes I will, depending on how cute the fit is. Like, I absolutely will sacrifice myself for fashion. But for the most part, especially when these winds be hitting, these chill winds, I'm like, I need a thick coat. So I really allot a lot of my budget to getting nice coats, and you don't really need that many. I'd recommend, like, for me starting out, because I know how expensive coats can be that are good quality, good material, gonna last a long time. I only plan on getting like 2 right now, and that's, yeah. So I'd probably say in the budget right now, the very future budget, we're still working our way there. I would say about 2 coats like this is definitely a recommendation to have, just something that lasts you a really good amount of time. For shoes, I am a Bigfoot kind of girl. That sounded bad. I don't mean Bigfoot the beast in the woods. I do have a bigger shoe size. I am a size 11 in women's, and I think that's a size 9.5 in men's. And most of the time, finding shoes is very difficult. I'm not gonna lie. Like, finding cute shoes, even now with like how much everyone's broadening their size ranges for everything, it is super hard to find shoes my size that are cute and that aren't like gonna break the bank. And I've just resigned myself to the fact that I have to spend more money on shoes. Because, like, if they're having a shoe sale on something, because I am trying to get some new shoes. I'm not even going to show you the shoes that I'm wearing. Well, actually, I'll be real. But that'll be in a later video. But, like, shoes for me is just, I just have to spend more money on it if I want a cute shoe. Because they're in sales, they're not, like, I respect it. If there is a shoe on sale and it is a size 11 and you are a size 11, grab that thing instantly, like, no hesitation. And I respect that. So when I do see sales and I see a lot of size 11s, I know other women got to it, other people got to it, and I'm like, respect. I cannot, like, I respect it. And most of the time, if they are on sale, they go quick. So you're probably gonna have to spend full price on shoes, and that's basically what I've been doing. I'm actually looking for places to find nice shoes that are good quality but also good prices, and that's also hard. So at this point, I'm like, you know what, I'll just pay the buck. It's okay. And yeah, that's how I get cute shoes. But with that being said, sometimes I will sacrifice the quality of the shoe for how cute it is, and Amazon does have some cute shoes that I might be buying and talking about on this channel. So we'll see, but I want to try them out first to make sure they're not cheap and that they kind of hold up, and then if they are, I'll talk about them. If not, I'll just, they'll just be the one thing we forgot about. Another thing that you want to be more expensive are belts and bags. The reason I would say belts should be more expensive is just in terms of longevity. I have this really cute belt, and if I find a picture of it, I will show it. But I love that belt. I love that belt, and actually to death, because that thing literally fell apart. And I honestly feel like I lost a friend because she just had me cinched tight like that. She was such a good friend, and I actually really miss her. It was this gray belt with this cute buckle, but it just couldn't hold up. And the loss of that belt hurt so much that I was like, you know what? I can't do this again. I'm spending more money on belts. Just because it was a pleather belt, honestly, probably not the sturdiest quality. And I tried to keep that thing for as long as I did. Even when it started like peeling, you know how like pleather will start peeling? I was like, I'm just gonna pretend I don't see it. I don't care. And eventually just got to the point where I was like, this just looks tacky at this point. Like, I can't hide that this thing is tearing apart. There's really no way to fix it. And that heartbreak led me to decide I'm gonna spend more money. Okay, real talk, my laptop just told me that I had used most of my storage, so I spent like 30 minutes just deleting stuff from my laptop. So if I if the sequence of this video is bad, I'm sorry. I think I might have deleted some footage from this video, but I was like, I'm not stopping filming because I'm trying to be more on time with my channel and post every 7 days, so we getting this out there. Anyway, so I was talking about belts, and I decided I am going to spend more money on belts. Moral of the story, spend more money on belts. Or you will lose them, and you will remember for the rest of your life that you lost a friend. Okay, bags goes without saying too, kind of like a coat. The bag, the more, actually, because I think there's a price, well, okay, so I do think you should spend more money on bags, but like, there's a certain point where it's like where the price of the bag, like I feel like there's a cap for where bags are quality and worth their price, and then after that they're just brand name and that's why they're that expensive. Um so but spending more on bags that are natural materials like leather and stuff, or like good quality vegan leather, I recommend doing that because you'll be able to have the purse for a lot better time. Because I actually have, I don't know, I feel like the Toy Story where they had, like, he had toys that he threw in a box. Girl, I haven't watched that video in a long time. I don't even know why I'm making this reference. But I have a purse. You know, I'll bring it out. She is in the drawer of shame. I got her for Christmas, and you know what, she doesn't look that bad actually. This is a Aldo bag that I've had since high school. I want to say since college, and actually, girl, it goes with the fit. It doesn't look that bad, like, on camera right now, but like, so many things were going wrong with her that I was like, I don't know, like, this video isn't about that, but anyway, spend more money on your bags because, back to the drawer of shame. Spend more money on your bags because I just get attached to things. I think I have attachment issues, and I like my things, and when they start breaking, it hurts. And so I was like, if I just buy better quality things, maybe they'll last longer, and maybe I'm deluding myself, but at this point, that's my strategy, and I will preach to other people that should be theirs as well. Jewelry, kind of why it should be higher, and like, as I say this right now, I am a hypocrite because I don't even know what kind of metal this is. And I thrifted these earring, well, so I thrifted the pieces of these from, I think, a necklace, and then I just made them into earrings. So another good tip is, if you're not gonna buy this, I don't even know where I got this off of a skirt that had a chain on it, like a goth skirt. And so this isn't, I wouldn't consider this like the jewelry I'm talking about. I mean, like, earrings and stuff, I guess. But I would recommend two things for finding jewelry and building an elevated wardrobe is either make it yourself if you're artsy like me, because I like to make my own jewelry, or I would spend more money on it just because I really hate it when stuff turns green. I had this cute cuff in college that it looked like I was an Egyptian goddess. Like, that's the vibe this cuff gave. And it started, like, when I would sweat, like, if I opened my skin around it would literally be green. And I was like, you know what? We gotta spend some more money. Like, I just can't have things doing this to me. And it was like, all of this advice, by the way, comes from a place of heartbreak where I had so many cute things that just because they weren't good quality, they weren't sustainable, and I couldn't have them for very long. Because, I mean, how long? I don't even know what kind of poison that might have given me, just like green stuff on my arm. I was like, ah. Anyway, moral of the story, spent these coats, belts, bags, jewelry, I think I'm forgetting some, shoes. I think I already said that, but if I didn't, spend more money on them. Promise me you won't regret it. I mean, I promise you won't regret it. Okay, now, middle of the road. These are things that I've noticed, especially as I'm trying to get more items, that is kind of a hit or miss. Like, spending more money on it doesn't really matter as much because you can still get a really good item out of it if you go someplace like, like Target. Like, if you buy a Target thing, like sweater versus like a more high end sweater, you can kind of still have them for the same amount. I don't know, it just doesn't vary as much. So, one of the things I just gave it away is sweaters. Like, sweaters are middle of the road. You can't go too cheap with a sweater because then every time you wash it, even if you don't put it in the dryer, that thing is shrinking on you. Or the color change, the color drips out of it. But if you can go middle of the road. Like, you can go into a regular store and get it and the quality will still maintain itself, you know what I mean? But if you try and go too cheap, you'll get disappointed. But you don't have to go like break the bank to get a cute sweater, and that's what I was happily discovering as I was shopping for clothes. Another thing is jackets, and this goes to back to thrifting. Like, you can find really cute jackets in thrift stores all the time. Like, there's so many jackets and coats, kind of, but like, I don't want to say they're fashionable coats. They're kind of just like coats. But jackets, there's so much variety of jackets everywhere that middle of the road is fine. The only reason I wouldn't recommend super cheap jackets is because I, again, do not freeze for fashion unless it is like absolutely like it would have to be Beyonce Renaissance quality for me to freeze for fashion, and I would freeze for that, I promise you. But other than that, like, it has to be a good reason for me to freeze for fashion, and just everyday stuff, not it. So I want coats that keep me warm, jackets that keep me warm. So that's why I spend a little bit more on them. And then what was the other thing? The other thing in this tier would be dresses and pants. And I don't know if this is a bit of a TMI reason, but as an individual, I sweat very easily. And if something has like very cheap fabric, it'll show I'm sweating a lot. And it just makes me like, that's one insecurity that I have. I mean, sweat is very natural, should not be ashamed of it. I'm just like kind of self-conscious about it, so I like to buy very absorbent materials so that if I do start sweating on like a hot summer day, my clothes aren't instantly going to be sticking to me and soaking, that kind of thing. And when I say sweating, I'm not like dripping water, but I don't know. For me, I probably blew it out of proportion. But I do like to get absorbent fabrics, and if you go too cheap, the fabrics tend to be very like swimsuit material, and that is the worst thing for someone who sweats a lot. That thing is going to stick to you, be really uncomfortable. So I spend middle of the road on pants and dresses because I want them to be comfortable, breezy, and breathable fabric, and most of the time I have to spend middle of the road to get that. And the last tier, which is basically cheap, like you don't really have to spend that much, would be tops, sweatsuits, leggings, sweatsuits, leggings, undergarments like socks and stuff. You can get these basically anywhere. You can thrift them. You can find good sales on them. Like, tops aren't really that hard to come by. Usually not. Like, you can find them for really expensive or really cheap. It doesn't really matter. Color variety is huge. Literally any thrift store you walk into, there's so many cute tops to choose from. You look online, there's so many sales on tops all the time. So for me, like, there's no point in really spending a lot of money on a top. I don't really think about it that way, and you can still look really nice, but you don't need to spend that much on a top. Now, granted, are tops that are like to die for that I would spend money for, but just as a general, trying to rebuild my wardrobe because I do not really have much. And I probably should show y'all how much clothes I have so you can be like, you're right. I won't spend that much on it. Sweatsuits, like, the cute top, like the 2000s look. You can find those pretty much everywhere, and I feel like that's because it's a trend now, like sporty, bougie looks. So they're so widely available, and the fabrics are really breathable. For me personally, I just get it anywhere. Like, my favorite hoodie I found at this like random store in a mall, and that hoodie is my ride or die. Like, I love that hoodie. I wore it in a video. I can't remember which one it was, but that jacket, that is a good jacket. And the last thing, like leggings, the only thing I'll say about leggings is I don't really know how to avoid it, but maybe I'm washing them. I'm probably washing them wrong, but because I'm a tall person. I am very tall. I am not very tall, but I am tall-ish. I'm like 5. I don't know how tall I am. I'm not gonna say it. I'm just tallish. For me, leggings, I don't really see the point in spending a lot of money on them because they always like kind of look like high waters on me. And when I say high waters, I mean like they come up too high and I have to spend a lot of time. For me, it's not the price, it's finding leggings that don't go too high on my legs because they don't fit me right.
Oi.
I feel like I kind of got off topic at the end of the video, and I apologize for that. But basically, this is my whole spiel about how to get. Yes, I'm waving my arms around because these sleeves are fun. But this is how to get a bougie wardrobe from my perspective. I am also going through this right now, and I will amend as needed if I realize I lied. And I'm like, actually, Logan, that ain't how it works. I will come back. Well, I'll make a different video explaining why such and such is wrong and why you should do this. But so far, has not steered me wrong. I do think the items I mentioned that should be more expensive are valid. Really recommend spending more money on those items. And items like tops and like even scarves. I didn't mention scarves, but like you really don't need to spend that much on those things because they're so widely available. The quality isn't really killer good if you spend more money, unless it's like a certain kind of top or yeah. So like I definitely, for building a cute, nice, bougie wardrobe or more elevated wardrobe for your new adulting, as I am doing right now, I definitely recommend following these tips and tricks. And thank you for watching. I'm going to be doing more videos like this. And, as I will start also talking about the clothing that I get that I fit into these categories. And I have 2 cute jackets coming in really soon that I'm really excited to share with you guys. And hopefully I start finding more clothes too. And that, those checks be hitting faster because I am kind of running out of new outfits to wear in the video, and I'm like, I can't have repeating outfits because it's literally gonna be documented in eternity because it's YouTube. So I'm very proud of myself for coming up with this today. It's not a rerun, but this scarf is, and these earrings I made myself, and this is the top, the bustier or corset top, whatever it is. Anyway, thank you for watching. I got really close to the camera, apologies, but I'm so excited. I love this video and I hope you did too. Have a good day, and subscribe and like. Let's get to 100 subscribers by the end of the year. I think that's crazy to say, but you know what? I'm manifesting it. We're gonna be at 100 subscribers. Yeah, okay, let's do it. Okay, anyway, I'm talking too much. I have too much energy. I just had candy. Bye.